to be accepted and seen and felt and heard. It often helps to reveal hidden dynamics, and it helps us to see things from a different perspective as well, because we only know our family story through our lens. But when we set out a constellation like this, things can be revealed in a different light. So it can be really healing, even just in a logical way, to see how things are connected.
I'm really struggling with having a voice.
Someone to represent self-love.
Alice for self-worth. I would like Alice self-worth to be the avatar with the seashell that has a hole. Yeah, in the middle.
What is blocking? So the
Yeah.
blockage. Thank you, Natasha.
Happy to.
In the middle, as in like just a bit back. Yeah, like somewhere like in the site. Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Self-worth. What is happening for you?
When I stepped in, I felt this like energy going down in a really beautiful way, like really grounded, and this sense of like a feeling of embrace. And then I was feeling into Roxy, and she felt kind of a bit far away, like not part of the embrace, like, yeah. And then I was just like aware that having attention on these two, Roxy and Fia, it's like taking me out of self-worth, and then I was just like, it's much more pleasing to be here, but do you know what I mean? It's not like we're together.
Fear. Could you please share what's happening for you?
Sure. I feel a really strong sense of familiarity, which is that I feel this closeness to you, Roxy, in the sense that you know me really well, and actually maybe are attached to me, and that there's this in some ways the attachment, there is some kind of comfort in that blockage because it's more familiar than self-worth. The self-worth is becoming familiar to you, but this familiar fear in the background is safer in a way because it's what you're used to. So it's just, I'm just kind of still stood there almost as strangely as a comfort blanket, because it's something, I'm someone you know really well. That's what I'm getting.
It wasn't really advising, but like to really speak from the I perspective, if that's possible.
There's that familiarity, and that's why it sort of resembles some kind of safety, but yeah, it's actually on the other side of that thing that is the joyful life, you know.
Self-worth. Would you like to move somewhere?
Interesting how you phrased that. Would you like to move somewhere? I feel it's more like if we're doing what's more appropriately, authentically how I'm currently feeling, rather than where I'd like to be. I feel really, when these two were speaking, I felt this real sadness, like sad, like almost like my eyes wanted to cry, and this block in my throat, and I felt so alone. And then I felt like it was really appropriate that I'm wearing this big shell with a space. It's like this space and no one's stepping into the space, but I'm here and I just feel really alone. And so it feels more appropriate for me to be actually further away out. Although I'd like us all to be like together in the middle hugging, but actually I don't feel that's where we are. Yeah.
Okay. And fear?
My sense is to want to be closer. I feel afraid of being pushed out. So I would like to be maybe one little step closer.
I really felt you, Roxy, when you were sharing and you were just mentioning the word safety. And I really feel like bringing safety in. Safety. Would you like to share what's happening for you?
I immediately feel very active and quite like with a lot of energy. I feel really energized, like I want to move around a lot. And I feel quite protective and defensive. And it's like in this space, I feel almost like I've got my hands up like this. And it's like I want to stop something. I'm not sure what. But I feel like just like a traffic warden, like wanting to kind of control traffic. I feel quite like I want to take control. And I also feel emotional. I'm not sure what emotion. It's funny, like when I first stepped in, I felt very masculine energy, and this is like active energy, and it's like the kind of more nurturing, like softness feeling is coming through, more in my heart space. And this feels more like embracing. This feels more like wanting to, just really hold. Not anything in particular, just to hold.
And is there anywhere else where you feel that is more appropriate for you to be?
Yeah, I want to be right next to Roxy.
On what side?
Like almost in front of her. Yeah.
Self-worth or fear, if there's something that you wish to share.
When safety came in, I felt this like a energetic cord, that's the route to Roxy. It's like that was the stepping stone in place. And then when safety started speaking about being very active, I noticed I was like, ooh, I shut down a bit. And then when there was more of the relaxed feeling, that felt better. And when safety stood in front of Roxy, I felt like, oh yes, grounded, like there's some kind of masculine protection that needed to be there. And it was like, okay, now we're moving. I'm here.
When safety stepped in, I felt angry. I felt really angry, and I knew that safety would want to stand in front of you. I knew. And I didn't want safety to be closer to you than I am to you. Safety feels like a stranger, and I feel like I know you. And I'm anxious and I'm angry of other people stepping in, because we know how this works. We've done this your entire life, and I don't know what I'm going to do when there are these other parts in the way or being close to you. I don't know what that looks like for me.
Forgiveness feels appropriate to bring in first. What's happening for you?
Quite a strong feeling of how to describe it. sort of going into the heart center when I arrived. Overwhelmed a little bit, kind of a real kind of feeling of sort of relief and letting go of just lots of things, lots of tension, and felt like a kind of an arrival and a change and a shift, and yeah, just being very much in the heart center, but mainly of that feeling of real relief and release.
As you're standing there opposite forgiveness, see how it feels to say, I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
So just stay with your emotions and feelings right now, and all your feelings are welcome and all of you are welcome. So just allow yourself to be with where you are. And see how it feels to say, I forgive you.
I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you.
I forgive myself.
I forgive myself.
And I forgive you.
And I forgive you.
Is there anything else that you'd like to share?
Yeah, that in the core, I believe in the goodness of everyone.
See how it feels to say, I believe in the goodness of me.
I believe in the goodness of me.
I believe in the goodness of you.
I believe in the goodness of you.
I have my own wounds and trauma.
I have wounds and trauma like everybody else.
And you have too.
And you have wounds and trauma as well, like me and everybody else.
I see you.
I see you.
I honor you as you are.
I see you and I honor you as you are. We all have the right to exist.
And we all have the right to belong.
We all have the right to belong.
Okay. Thank you, Roxy.
May I? I feel ready to take a step back. It's been a long road, but I know that you don't hold me against your self-worth anymore. I felt your kindness. I know that I have been a vulnerable part of you, and I felt your forgiveness. And I don't need to be so close anymore. So I'm going to take a step back, and it's going to be okay. So Maria, if you could just put me behind Roxy, like a decent, yeah, just so I'm not in the way of self-worth. Maybe a little further back even. I think I'm feeling brave. Yeah, there we go.
Does anyone else would like to share anything?
Just tears came through when you stepped back. Thank you.
I just wanted to say I'm not going anywhere and I'm staying right near you. I feel like when I said before, I meant I think, am I facing forward? I also want to be turned towards Roxy as well. I feel quite suspicious. And I'm just feel like I feel the power, but I'm also just quite alert as well, and just paying attention that that I really felt that forgiveness was ready, and that I'm staying here, and I'm just keeping an eye on things. Yeah, that if I don't feel fear needs to be really far away. I think it's okay, and I don't, and if forgiveness comes and goes as well, I feel like that's okay. And it's just, I'm just gonna be there, whatever, like wherever those things are, I'm just there.
Forgiveness.
Yeah, I feel like I'd like to be closer to Roxy. I feel like this, a sense of purpose has been achieved. What this is the way it should be, and that forgiveness is very key to progression and to moving on. And that's being recognized now. So I feel validated. And I'd like to be very close and share that warmth and sort of like an embrace, really. A sense of lightness, a sense of relief and release is even stronger now. And yeah, a sense of lightness too.
Yeah. By the way, I just wanted to share that I feel quite one with safety at the moment. I feel like almost we've merged.
And I'm going to ask Acceptance to share what's happening for you.
Just feel really peaceful. Like soft and peaceful and graceful. Like I feel welcome and happy to be here. And I feel really connected to forgiveness and safety. Like we're all siblings or something. Maybe not quite siblings, but yeah, closely related. Smile towards Roxy and let her know that she's okay and she's accepted and loved.
And Acceptance, is there anywhere else that you feel like you want to be in the space?
No, but I guess I just wish I had some wings I could unfold around everybody in this little circle in the middle.
How are you now when Acceptance is there?
Yeah, I feel a lot better. It's like the relief has multiplied, calm, and like in my finally, like it's okay to be in my feminine.
And I noticed as well that self-love is quite far away.
Yeah, very aware of that. And actually, that energy going down has just increased and grown and strengthened. And while it's like I'm kind of smiling that there's this little party going on over there and I'm all the way out on a limb, but there's this real trust and like a knowing that amongst the party, like Roxy, when the time is right, she will make her own way towards me. And there's just this real, just knowing that that will happen, and trust and timing and no rush. And I'm just going to stay here where I am. I'm just going to be where I am and be me. And I feel really, yeah, grounded and content. But very much like I'm not going towards her. She will come towards me in time. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. And yeah, I really felt you when you were sharing that I'm here. I wanted to reflect that back to you. And I've had a moment now where I've been feeling to bring in unconditional love. It may be a bit cheesy, but I am going to bring in the rose quartz to represent this energy. And actually, I'm being asked for you, Roxy, to decide where unconditional love goes.
Could unconditional love go in the middle of the party?
We're going to hear what unconditional love have to share.
Definitely feel my heart. I feel the toroidal field is going round and round and round, like circulating around everyone. And yeah, and it expands and expands around the circle. Yeah, it feels a deep peace and calm, and just, yeah, very strong love energy. And like a holding. So even though I'm in the center, but also I'm holding around the circle, around the edge. Yeah, feel a lot of love. Yeah. And breath and opening. A lot of warmth. I can feel a connection towards Roxy. Yeah, I'm here. I'm holding you. I'm here. You can call upon me anytime. And just know that I'll hold you. And then I feel a little emotion, like tears that want to come. Yeah, it's almost like I'm always here. But you just tap into me. Remember me.
Thanks for sharing. I just had this strong feeling that, because although you're representing different energies, I just wanted to bring to your awareness that you may also still represent different family members. So just bring that to your awareness, and you might receive some insight in that. Unconditional love really feels like a very ancient ancestor, but a very maternal, like strong, like actually my sense is equally strong in the masculine and feminine, that has evolved in such a way, like both an old human and soul that just has this innate knowledge about light and dark and masculine and feminine, that just holds that space. And that's where the unconditional love is. At this point, I'm just going to ask any one of you if any one of you feel like sharing something right now.
I am feeling like in my heart, like I'm almost, if acceptance was up for it, I'm almost like ready to swap spaces with acceptance. So and again, like it's hard for me to voice these things. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of effort to voice these things, but yeah, I feel like we're all around unconditional love, and I feel the path to self-worth is not something that I can achieve overnight, and I need to walk that path towards self-worth one small step at a time. And I feel like one of those like small steps is just kind of swapping places with acceptance, so I'm just on the other side of unconditional love and a bit facing towards self-worth, but have the company of the sisterhood around me and around unconditional love. Like yeah, and also like just acknowledging that the journey, I had to make my peace with fear as well, like on this journey, you know, if that makes sense. Like, and just like acknowledging the fact that this is ongoing work.
Acceptance, you may speak.
I am acceptance, therefore I accept you and your readiness and your willingness to take a step forward towards your self-worth. So I'm happy to swap places with you. And I almost wish I could give you this shell on top of my head so that you could carry it. And when you reach self-worth, you can maybe fill that hole in the middle with the shell that I would like to give to you.
Where do you feel is most appropriate, how I can show that I've given it to her, to place it on her head or just below her? And then Roxy, you can change as well where you have it if that doesn't feel right.
Maybe next to her so she can pick it up whenever she wants to and take it forward when she wants to. Really, really close to her, like at her feet, like an offering. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. And I just wanted to voice that all of you are beautiful women with so much wisdom and power. And I just want to acknowledge you for that. And so that's why I really want you to have a voice in this and to trust your guidance and voice. So Rox, it's really beautiful that you feel safe to share these things. And I know that sometimes it's hard to share certain things, but I really appreciate that you do. So thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else that would like to share something?
Maybe just that I am so happy that, Roxy, you got pulled out of the bowl, because you initially saying that you were worried you'd be burdening us, and I just think what an incredible turn from the universe to give you an opportunity to take up space and to receive love from these, and space from these incredible women. I can't think it'd be better time than that. So yeah, grateful to this experience and to witnessing your experience.
I feel so much peace and trust in the timing beyond this constellation in life. Yeah.
Thank you, Self-Worth and Fear, for sharing that. And I just wanted to, it's really amazing how this works. And when I work with such intuitive people, and so I feel like it's come to a beautiful closing by itself. Another way of how you can step out of being a representative is that you could stand up and just consciously take a step back, or like do a little shake or something to really just come back to yourself. And I'm going to put music on, and if you have a soft object like a pillow, feel free to bring that at this time. And I'm going to put on the music, and we're going to imagine that we all, just as a thank you for Roxy feeling brave to share her process, to begin with, we just imagine that we're holding Roxy and giving her a big hug. And then sharing gratitude for Roxy for sharing, allowing herself to be vulnerable to share her process with us. So much gratitude. Thank you, Roxy. And thank you, all of you, for being here and sharing your vulnerabilities too, and your strength and wisdom and gifts. And now I'd like you to move into a place of imagining that we're just giving each other a group hug. Just imagining hugging each other.